Manchester Rose will forever be red, and don't you ever forget it. We've beaten Man City by 2 goals to nil at Old Trafford to go only 3 points behind Chelsea. On to the goals. The first one via a free kick that shouldn't have been given, by the way. It was a dirty, rotten, disgusting dive by Bruno Fernandes. It was as bad as Ander Herrera's dive in this fixture a couple of years ago. He takes it quickly, scoops up to Martial, he hits it, and it's a goalkeeping calamity by Ederson. He should, every single time, save that. Another to add to the ever-growing list of goals we scored against the opposition via their own mistakes. Then in the second half, we get the second goal. Ederson, poor throw, and it comes to McTominay. He whips it, it's covered in quality from long distance. It was about 30 to 35 yards. It was covered in quality. It oozed class. It oozed perfection. Pogba does not score that goal. Martial does not score that goal. Gomez does not score that goal. Chon does not score that goal. And Garner also does not score that goal. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. And another big game we've won without Paul Pogba. Maybe me and Raiola should give a rallying cry every single week, shouldn't he? Yeah. I'm very pleased with McTominay. You can stop the goal of the month right now. That'll win it. And you can stop the goal of the season because that will win it, hands down, period, per se. Never, ever, ever call it for the rest of this season. And I am chairman of the McTominay Supporters Society. I was the only United fan who actually backed him because I know what I'm talking about. I like to back the underdog. I did say when Fellaini was and ahhing about signing this contract that I would be happy for McTominay to pave the way for him. I think he's superb, the McTominator, my midfielder. Don't you ever dare disrespect my midfielder. He's been called average. Are you having a laugh? Average midfielders do not score that goal, especially past Ederson. So don't hate, appreciate the McTominator. You know, he's a great player. He wants to play for Manchester United, unlike a certain Frenchman I could mention. I just think he's fantastic. He's just dazzled. You know, he's nimble on his feet. He's got the heart, passion, desire. He reminds me of Darren Fletcher in so many ways. Again, top Reds hated him, Darren Fletcher, but then it became, you know, accustomed to him. And the same is happening with McTominay. And they don't like being proved wrong. They know they've been wrong about McTominay, don't they? Yeah, they know they have. So it's good to get one over on them. And I actually feel responsible for McTominay's success, actually. Yeah, not bad for a guy that doesn't have a big account. Matic has signed a new contract, obviously, confirmed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 2-year contract. He's the reason that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's still in the job and why we've kept so many clean sheets. And I'm sure Jose Mourinho will have a plan to combat Matic next week when we play Spurs in a massive game for the top 4 race. So that'll be interesting. So overall, it was a good victory. I don't change my opinions like the weather. I'll always be Ollie out. I'm proud to say it. I'll keep on saying it. I have no worries about it on that score. The worry I do have, that if we do get 4th, which scares me, that he keeps his job. Though, on one hand, it will mean that Pochettino will go elsewhere. And that means when Ollie does get sacked next season, then Poch will be in a job already. So he can't get the job, can he, at Man United? So there is a plus in a way, you know, and Ollie's already got the Indian sign with Jose Mourinho. Hopefully that'll continue next week. I hope we do beat Mourinho. It would be so sweet. He's an absolute scumbag, that guy. What he said about that playing in Ndombele was a disgrace. I mean, you know, he's probably fragile as it is, and then Mourinho comes out with that. I hope we beat them next week. That would be so sweet, wouldn't it? And his Mourinho rights on Twitter, I bet they're crying right now, and they will be crying next week as well. You know, when we beat Mourinho, their messiah, apparently. You know, but Ollie's still a novice as a manager. He's still a middle of the road manager, and he's still a middle of end of a peer manager, and that will never change. And I still think that he needs to go, and again, that will bear fruit at some point soon. You know, so we're Europa League on Thursday, and I think we'll get through that. I think we'll beat them over 2 legs. We'll get to the quarterfinals, and I think we'll go out of the quarterfinals just like we did in the Moisey, but in this competition, obviously, that was in the Champions League. So we'll go on to that on Thursday. And I thought Man City as well. I thought they were absolutely dreadful. I mean, the media keep hyping up Phil Foden and clamming for him to start. I heard that Andy Goldstein, who has an unhealthy obsession with Phil Foden, that Andy is why he doesn't play every single week for Pep Guardiola, because his performance was absolutely pants. It was a terrible performance by Phil Foden. I mean, he is overrated, just like most of the English talent in this in the UK is bang average. You know, and I thought Man City were poor. Sterling hasn't scored against us. He was poor. Aguero was poor. Mahrez did okay when he came on. Mendy was a threat. But let's be honest, if De Bruyne is in that team instead of Phil Foden, Man City beat us, don't they? You know, let's be honest about it. You know, Man City got bigger fish to fry. They've got to win the European Cup. You know, so in that regard, they probably thought that we can throw this game and be happy with that. But you know, yeah, and obviously tomorrow, serious note, tomorrow we could see games played behind closed doors. Now I hope the government say no games would take place and that the league will be in a void. They should just scrap the league now and go again next season. Forget about the points tally they all have. Just close the season, stone dead, and just see, well, nobody gets relegated and nobody wins the league title, and every single Man United fan who hates the Scousers, because United fans, if you don't hate Liverpool, then you are not a United fan. So there you go.